Okay, this is a video just to let everyone know that the veil is lifting, meaning that you're going to see some things that you might not quite understand, or they might be scary at first. But what's happening is the demonic realm is being exposed more and more by the holy angels. And what I mean by that is that if you dream, I know everyone doesn't dream, everyone doesn't have a spiritual life. But if you have a spiritual life and you dream or you have visitations from entities, what you'll start to see is that demonic entity visitations will be accompanied with exposure and disclosure from the holy angels. And what I mean by that is that if a demonic entity, for instance, is contacting you and they use the facade of an extremely bright light, like false light, like hospital lights that are extremely bright to make it seem like they're a holy angel, you might look around and notice that you're in like a large bathroom or something. Um, if the devil is trying to get you on his side by showing you his vast kingdom, you might, like in my case, see entities pulling birds. Well, this is what I saw. I saw entities literally pulling birds out of the sky as a sport. Okay. Now, why would it be in the devil's best interest, if he's trying to get me on his side, for me to see entities pulling birds from the sky? It's not in his best interest. What's happening is that the holy angels are going into the territory of the deceptive web woven by the demonic forces. And what they're doing is they're tearing that web apart by showing people who have had, demonic hauntings or demonic visitations, what is going on behind the scene. So they're tearing away part of the facade so people can see that, okay, you're in a bathroom setting. That means you're with a dirty spirit that might be, trying to appear clean. Or you're in this vast kingdom talking to, an attractive, spiritual being. But this being apparently has friends who like taking birds from the sky, taking a spirit that's high and bringing it down low as a sport. So we're being given a choice, and you might see people getting completely taken over by the demonic side of things, unfortunately. But that's all part of the veil being lifted, and the demonic forces being allowed to show themselves and also be exposed. Um, so, in order to stay sane in this time, where the veil is being lifted, um, make sure that you use discernment in listening to entities. And again, this is only for people who have spiritual experiences. Um, it's possible to, go to church your entire life. It's possible to um, be Christian and never have had an experience with an entity. I'm talking about, I'm talking specifically to people who have had spiritual encounters. So this is spiritual. Um, it's important that you ask for discernment in these times, because the fallen angels and the demons are getting desperate. And I don't want to scare anyone, but they want souls. They're trying to pull people away from God, or they're trying to get people comfortable within. I mean, don't you think it's weird that, like, you're born into this planet, and you don't know anything? It's almost like your entire life is a deception. like, pieces of the puzzle are here and there and everywhere, and no one seems to know the exact truth, and everyone's like, oh, just have hope and faith and this and that. This is a deceptive realm. This is Satan's kingdom. Satan is deceitful. And Satan promotes deceit. Okay, so the way of life in a world like this, in Satan's kingdom, where the principalities of the air or whatever, this is his kingdom. Deceit is what is promoted. Okay, deceit is what gets you far in an evil world. So you're not being given, I mean, that's obvious, we're born into a deceitful world, and thus we're prey to the evil entities, but you're not given the truth. You have to rely on the spiritual entities outside of this very limited environment in order to get the whole truth, because within Satan's limited kingdom, we're not given the truth on purpose. But in this time where the veil is being lifted, the demonic forces are going to have to become more crafty because the veil is being lifted. And they're going to try to deceive you in new ways. But like I said, there will always be, if you have the Holy Spirit, there will always be a limit that the demonic forces cannot cross. There'll always be a set time where the holy angels come in and show you a portion of the evil workings, behind the scene. So as long as you have the Holy Spirit, Jesus, Christ, Yahushua, as long as you are able to discern that honest, truthful energy, and you'll know, like, holy angels will not try to deceive you or stir up lust. Holy angels are there to teach and to reveal the workings of darkness. But if you want to be deceived, like, with the veil lifting and all, if you want to be deceived, you will be deceived. And some people won't have their illusion, they won't have their goggles taken off, and they'll remain within the illusion, within Satan's kingdom. And some people don't even see that, they're within Satan's kingdom. But for those who do, they will be helped. But again, like, demonic influence is strong, and the holy angels are revealing the demonic workings, and you really have to rely on the good forces at this time, because the fallen angels are really trying to keep the veil on by increasing their activity and increasing their deceit and increasing their total possession of those who are already within their grasp. So they're actually taking over people in order to lead those who would save more souls off track. So they're using people in order to scare and in order to mislead those who would save the lost.